What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Outside the Stadium. We are here today with UFC Middleweight contender Eryk, your boy Anders. Eryk, what's going on?
Man, nothing much, man. Thank you guys for having me.
Thanks for coming on. If you guys don't know, you should know. Eryk's fighting this Saturday night on the UFC main card in Jacksonville, Florida. I go by Kush. We got Dero coming to you live from a packed UFC arena, and Harry coming to you live from an empty bedroom. Dero, you want to take it away?
Yeah, thank you so much for being here. We know the coronavirus has impacted UFC events in so many ways. Can we talk about how quarantine has affected camp and how you've been preparing for the fight?
Man, to be honest, we really never stopped training. We did ignore all the, stay at home, quarantine laws and whatnot because, Walt and I were supposed to fight in April and then everything got shut down. And then Dana White, he's been very adamant about being the first thing back. For first sport to have live events again. So we knew whenever it would happen fast. So we just decided to, stay in the gym, keep working, keep training. And, both of us are looking and feeling really good for this fight.
Awesome. You're coming off of two huge wins against Castro and Meatshart, but you're facing a fighter in Jocko coming off two big wins as well. Not to leak any strategy, but what are you doing to lead to victory this weekend?
I think it's just a matter about me going out and being me, going out there being a bully, pushing the pace, getting in his face, and, punches and bunches, a lot of volume. He's a high volume guy, so I think the most important thing is to not get outworked.
Yes, sir. Definitely. You got to hit him with that heavy left hand. So I wanted to ask you, a lot of people know you from your UFC career, but could you talk about what happened back in the day in Alabama, playing in a BCS title game and basically making the play that won the BCS title game?
Man, it's really a feeling that you really can't put into words, it's probably the best game of my college career on the biggest stage at the biggest moment on the biggest field. The Rose Bowl was a factor too. Rose Bowl, I feel like, is considered one of the most prestigious bowls in football. So in college football, so to win a national championship in the Rose Bowl against Texas, being from Texas, not getting recruited from Texas, I played the game with the chip on my shoulder a little bit, and had a pretty successful game, and very memorable moments.
Definitely. That fumble was a vicious hit.
Yeah, we watched that tape a few times before this interview. So the UFC obviously has some awesome nicknames, but in my opinion, your nickname is one of the best. How do you get the nickname "you boy"?
Oh man, it's just kind of the way I talk. Like, help your boy out, let your boy, hold $5. I just kind of, just like a slang, for me, and man, you hear a lot of people say it, help your boy out, check your boy out, whatever, and there's the guy in the gym named Matt Elkins, and he just kept calling me your boy. He's from Gadsden, Alabama, where perhaps they don't really talk like that. He's from the middle of nowhere. I think he thought that I was talking about my, like in third person or whatever. So, it just kind of stuck.
Awesome. Starting as an amateur, every time you made a debut with a new company, you introduce yourself with a debut with a quick knockout, like Bellator, UFC, and Legacy. What are some of your favorite memories of an MMA career?
Man, it would for sure have to be my UFC debut. I took the fight on 10 days notice after just fighting, less than a month before, and went out there and starched a guy who used to be in the top 15 and, a savvy vet in the game, and went out there and knocked him out in about 2.5 minutes or something like that. So, to be able to perform once again on the biggest stage like that is, you really can't put it into words.
Yeah, 100%. And let's talk about a different fight that you also took on short notice for Jimmy Manua against Thiago Santos. You moved up to actually light heavyweight, and a big fight that a lot of people are talking about in the future is John Jones, Israel Adesanya. Can you talk about how hard it is to move up from middleweight to light heavyweight for a fight, and like you did it against Thiago Santos, a guy who's fought for a title at that weight class?
You know, for me, it wasn't that big of a deal because, you know, I'm a pretty big, you know, middleweight and should probably be fighting at 205 and probably will at the end of my career because the weight cut, you know, sucks so bad. But, yeah, you know, I'll fight whoever, whenever. Just, man, the other question was whenever they call me, do you want to fight Thiago next week? They hit me up on a Sunday. Do you want to fight on Saturday? My only question was, is how much y'all willing to pay me, you know? The money got to make sense. If you want me to go, you know, especially to a foreign country, fighting a guy from there, Brazil's a hostile environment, man. There's no more hostile environment if you're a competitor, especially in MMA, than you know, fighting a Brazilian in Brazil, especially a fan favorite. Like the Brazilians, everybody loves Thiago. Like he's such a cool dude, and they love his fighting style. Like he knocks people out and stuff. So yeah, y'all gonna have to, you know, shoot me some bread for that. And yeah, so I was on a plane on Monday morning.
Love that. Got to get paid. You know, obviously the fight's going to be a little different with no fans in the stadium. You know, how do you feel about that? What do you think is going to be the difference?
You know, coming up as an amateur and as an early pro, you know, I fought in front of like, you know, 100 people before, 12 people before. So, you know, I got some experience, you know, fighting in front of, you know, I wouldn't say empty, but, you know, very minimal amount of people. So, you know, but, you know, all jokes aside, it is what it is, you know. Yako got fighting on the same conditions I am. So, you know, just got to go out there and, you know, perform.
Yeah, it's all about having a good mentality and just being ready for the moment, no matter who's watching. I just wanted to know what's your upcoming schedule till the fight on Saturday. Like, what's your plans?
Well, here in about an hour or so, a good friend of mine, John Phillips, who lives here in Birmingham, or excuse me, is a lawyer here in Jacksonville, is going to take a few of us. He's got a boat out here, so he's going to take a few of us out on the water and, you know, and just, you know, have fun, take your mind off the fight, take my mind off the weight cutting, and, you know, just relax, have a good time, and, yeah, just hang out on the boat for a little bit.
For sure. I'm definitely jealous of that. I just wanted to ask, before we let you go, this is a big time for the UFC. They're putting out events with, well, all other sports are suffering. For the new UFC fans, for the guys who are just getting to know you, just what's your message to the new fans and the people who are trying to join the UFC community?
You know, I think that MMA is the purest form of competition, you know. You know, so if you really like to watch guys and girls with, you know, that are competitive and want to win and, you know, see somebody get beat up in the process, you know, it, you know, a lot of people, like when I first started, they were like, oh, that's like dogfighting and this, that, and the third. And, you know, I think when you actually watch and see, you know, the time and effort, that, you know, the guys and, you know, men and women put into getting ready for a fight, you see it's anything but that. I think, you know, it's just a competition no different than a football game or a basketball game or a baseball game. It's just different rules, different criteria. And, yeah, you know, I think everybody who watches will enjoy it.
That's great. Great. Listen, thank you so much for coming on ahead of your big fight. I just wanted to say we're going to be watching Saturday night when you land that big left on Yako, and good luck in the fight. Thanks for coming on.
I appreciate you. Thank you guys for having me.
Thanks so much.